We are live. Hey, everybody. Welcome, welcome.
Welcome.
I just literally walked in the door and finished walking the dogs and had to get the coffee going, so got that. Hey, Mike. Hey, Susie. I haven't been in here 1 minute, so I haven't even said hi to these guys. Y'all doing okay?
Yeah.
All right.
Can you hear me okay?
Oh, yeah. I was
Mike,
at the
say something so
grocery.
we can hear you. Or not.
I heard him clear his throat.
Okay, good. Yeah. Well, welcome everybody to Reptales. We're just a bunch of fish keepers that are have a favor in there for reptiles. We've been keeping reptiles for a little bit now, and we really want to talk about reptiles and what we have and how we got them and getting new people into the hobby and helping educate people by interviewing people or sharing our own experiences. But it's not always conducive on our aquatic channel. So we're trying this live stream here that travels around between the four of our channels to try to get the word out about reptiles. So welcome to Reptales. I'm not sure what volume this is. Are we like volume 24? I just made that up.
I'm not sure either.
I think Mike was counting. Mike was tracking that, and I'm like, wow, that's good. I don't know if I could track that.
It should be about that because we've been going like 6 months now. So.
Wow. Look at everybody in the chat. How is everybody doing?
Let me
And if
say hello.
anybody has an interest on coming up and talking about reptiles here, let us know on our Facebook page and we can fit you into the schedule because we love chatting with newbies about it, experienced people, breeders, sellers. We like the whole gamut.
Yep.
Get everybody's perspective on it.
Let me say hi to everybody in chat real quick. Hey, Sandy. Hey, Grasshopper. Thanks for the link. Patty. And that's it.
Where's that Patty? Patty is so sweet, man. Is she in here?
She is in here.
Thank you, Patty, for how come I don't see her? What?
She's up toward the top.
Ah.
She said,
There she is.
Fine, I'll
be the caboose again, she said.
Yeah, and get out from behind me. Get out from there. Hey, Vinoski, welcome. So we don't really have a topic, so we're up to talking about anything or just pulling something out of the air. We can always find something to talk about here.
Well, last week, did you talk about what got you into the hobby of reptiles?
Right.
You did?
We did.
Mike, did you? I don't know if Mike hears me. It's okay.
Can you hear us,
anybody hear me?
Yes. Can you hear us?
Okay.
Bob, I'm going to step down and come right back. I'm not getting any sound at all.
You're not muted. You're not muted, so must be a volume thing. We'll see him. Now we can talk
hello,
about
Jimmy
him.
P.
Hey, Jimmy P. Sandy. I can't remember if you saw my new baby. Did you?
I've only seen them bits and pieces. I could see your new baby all the time.
Yeah, she's so precious. Yeah. This is short for Irma, because her name was Worm. So
now, she's precious, but that's not her name, is it?
It was Worm. It really was Worm. After the Worms and Men in Black.
Oh, yeah.
Here's Mike.
Okay, I got sound now.
Okay. Nice. We could hear you, but I guess you couldn't hear us. Awesome. Susie was asking you if you got to talk about how you got in the hobby last week. Hey, Dragon Bear.
It was pretty much when I had decided to get rid of all the aquariums. Wanted something to do with them. And I have kept reptiles when I was younger. no snakes, but I just when I saw Dusty, I fell in love with him, and I got him. It's been great ever since.
It's the ball python
Yeah,
with the junk in the trunk.
yeah.
He's a healthy snake. I'm not fat shaming him. He looks good. Awesome. Has anybody got any new reptiles lately or anything
I
going on?
did.
Uh-oh. Spill it.
So I didn't buy any, but this enclosure over here, my crested geckos, as I was cleaning out the back area and scurrying through looking for eggs, didn't see any. As I was closing, there's a gecko about that big, little crested gecko.
Oh.
Wow.
So I closed the door real quick and I went and got a little Tupperware thing. I came back and I haven't been able to find him since. But I saw him and I know he's in there.
Oh. That's got to be more exciting than finding baby fish. It's just
So I got a baby. I got a baby.
That's awesome. Awesome. Susie, my baby musk turtle got a hold of the tip of my finger and would not let go. Hurt like
Oh, that hurts. Yeah, that hurts. I swear to God, I call them my snapping turtles. These little musk guys, they're so similar to the snapping turtle.
Yeah. Mike Walway says, what's the hognose's name again?
I don't think I got around to naming her.
Not listening.
I thought you named it Q.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
That's right. I thought so. Dragon Lair says, health update, didn't have biopsy today. Doctor screwed up and never sent the oral to the radiology. Well, that sucks. Well, how are you doing though, Dragon Lair? Reschedule for next Wednesday. The doctor might have sent it, but and the one got it and all that on the other end. That could be too, but they always blame it on that they didn't get it. So anyway, I've been having to sort out when I'm going to be going for my monthly like epidurals and stuff because I decided the first of the year I'm going back 5 days a week to the ARC because I've been doing 4 now for 6 months and I'm ready to do it.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
Don't overdo it though.
No, I'm not. No, they're like 6-hour days. Some days 4 days. It's just the hours we're open, kind of.
How come it always seems like you're always there then?
I know. Well, the time that we're open, because I'm there extra time, because I'm the director, and that means you do what doesn't get done, or
Okay.
You're the pickup, cleanup kind of person.
No,
so.
I've never been the director of anything. Well, I was director of human resources, but that doesn't count.
I know you were, and
that doesn't count.
I bet you got to do a lot of free time on that. What am I trying to think of? Salaried.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of free time. As soon as they put you on salary, man, they expect you never to stop working.
I was on hourly when I first got out of nursing school in '78 for about 6 months, and I promoted to an assistant nurse manager.
Oh boy!
And I've been on salary since '78.
Yeah.
Till I died, till I retired. I'm good, kindly getting over the damn flu. I know. I'm finally over mine. Jesus. Susie, you sound better too.
Oh, me?
Yeah, you sound better.
I feel amazing. It's mind blowing how much I thought I was never going to feel better again. I swear to God.
It just gets tiring, to be sick.
Yep. And the constant, like not being able to breathe, struggle to every time you cough, like my chest hurt. It was like, ah. And then there's tons of women issues that happen every time you cough.
Yeah, well, that happens with old men sometimes too.
Oh, good. I don't feel so bad then. So I should just say, "Oh, people."
Yeah, okay.
Dragon Lair had to reschedule his appointment. Oh, the doctor messed up. Darn it.
Sorry, I got a spam risk phone call, but had to cut it off there. Dragon Lair says he relates to. Yeah, some mornings I'll be laying in the bed thinking, I'll just lay here a few minutes, and I'm like, better run, better get up and go. Better get up. Well, nothing needs going on here with my reptiles. I can't think of anything. I did get some bugs, and I think I just got them this week. The hissing roaches.
Oh, okay.
I was looking for foods for some of my various critters, and I saw the hissing roaches, and I'm like, oh, I hadn't seen those in Petco, and it said I just Googled them, and it said how to sex them, and they were real easy. The horns are the shape of the abdomen, both. So I'm like looking at different ones, and I'm like, here's a boy and a girl together. So I got them, and they're
Are you going to try to breed them?
maybe they're not old enough yet. They're only like that, like 2.5 inches. But yeah, they know I'm the food guy already. They don't have to open the lid anymore, and they're big eaters. They love.
And if you have an animal enclosure, like a bioactive one that has an animal that's not going to mess with them, let them breed in there, man. That would be amazing.
I've got them in a habitat with plants and bark and stuff that I had,
Oh, that's perfect.
And a little water bowl and springtails all over the place in there. So they're doing
something
good.
Happened in my frog tank, my firebelly toad, which they're frogs, but firebelly toad tank. All of a sudden, there's no springtails, none, and there was, I would say, trillions of them everywhere. And now there's, so I didn't know if that's indicative that something's wrong. But my frogs are like, I don't know, 5 years old, 6 years old.
Wonder what would make them just go away. The moisture, or the heat, or it's weird.
Well, it's got like 2 inches of water in the whole tank.
Yeah, so it couldn't be that.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's crazy. Pythons some water. I can just see those big carpet pythons drinking that water. Bob's hissing roach video. Oh, thank you, Wawa.
And I did tell you that I somebody rehomed their bearded dragon to me, right?
I think so. What was that about?
That's Sunshine, and he's been sleeping for almost 3 weeks now. So I guess it was right in time for his brumation.
Yeah.
So sad.
Yeah.
Did the frogs eat all the springtails in preparation for breeding? Oh, I hope so. That would be cool. I'll get more if that's the case. I would love to have little tadpoles. Oh my God, I think I would lose it. I would lose it.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why they're called firebelly toads. Maybe they reproduce in a different way than frogs. I should look into that.
Dragon Lair said they overproduce and then they crash, but they'll be back.
Oh, okay. That might be it too, yeah.
It's two good ideas there. And hey, Chris, liquid rock, by the way.
Yeah.
Welcome.
That's pretty exciting. And my baby skink, the one that, I forget what we call her now. But she's the one I just got at the reptile show like a month ago. She doesn't eat like my other blue-tongued skinks. So she's very particular. I've never had any of my skinks ever were like picky. I'm like, what?
Wow.
So even out of the cat food, she likes the fish pate, but not the chicken or the turkey or anything like that. I'm like, okay. She doesn't like the kibble. Okay. She likes the dubia roaches, but doesn't like the worms, super worms, anything else where the other ones just eat them right up. So I guess the way she was raised to this point, because she's small. She's only like 10 inches. She's like this little.
Oh.
And I'm hoping for one day I find out it's a he, but.
That's weird. Well, my agama lizards won't eat any greens at all. I mean, nothing. I can't get them to
Any
eat
greens?
They will not. Every day I put them in, and they're all exactly, as far as I can tell, just like they were. So I make sure they get their calcium and their vitamins. I give them vitamins too. So, but they look fine. They're doing fine. But that's just weird.
Oh yeah, it is. And now that I brought my tortoises inside, when I go to feed the salad in the morning, it feels like a stampede. Whereas before, it would be like a bearded dragon popping their head up here and there. Now I walk in and it's like, oh my God. It's crazy. Because I got the 2 sulcatas, the 3 cherry heads, the Russian tortoises, 3 over here, 1 over here, because Waldo has to be separated. The Central American box turtles, and they all love their salad.
Yeah.
And they know when I come in with salad, and they must be the bag, the smell. I'm not, because I go in there for other times and I don't hear it, but when I go in with that salad, they all come running, just like, oh man.
I forgot you had cherry heads. Somebody else did a video on those, maybe, I don't know, a month ago or so. And I was looking at them as a possible speaker or something. But anyway.
Oh, that would be fun.
Yeah, I can't remember who it was, or I asked them and they didn't respond. But they had them, and I'm like, oh, those are gorgeous.
I do have 2 cherry heads and 1 redfoot, although they're all 3 are cherry or redfoot.
Yeah.
So I should always say I have starting a colony of redfoot tortoises. But one of them is definitely a cherry head. It just depends on their location where they were at. Oh, okay. You know what's funny? I have never changed the water. I should probably change the water in that, huh?
I don't know.
I add to it, but I never change it. I should give them a whole new makeover.
I can believe that, Dragon Lair. I never thought about it, but their sense of smell, yeah.
Oh, it must be the smell, because sometimes, I got the endive, sometimes I got the romaine. Very rarely do I get the romaine now that it's like $4 a head. Sorry, guys, that's for me. You don't get any. But I'll do the, like whatever the farmer's market has on this end, I just grab and test and try, and they just go crazy over all of it.
Wow. Nice. My agamas would never drink water, and it says, research said don't worry about it, that they would drink it kind of like chameleons. They would take drops off of the scape and stuff, and so I would miss their scape, and they act like it's acid. But since I got those giant crimson giant day geckos, I think that's the right order of their name. I've got 2 of those and a big thing right beside them, and they see me spraying, misting them twice a day and giving them their food and stuff. So they come over there and watch the water run down. So they decided they wanted that. So if I spray it on the inside and make it run down,
that's so cute.
They come under it and stand and drink. So I keep little streams going for them. Isn't that weird? And they hadn't drank water for months and months, and then they just started drinking like that.
Dragon. The bitter greens are their favorite. Whatever it is, I'd like there's collard greens, there's dandelion leaves, and the cactus pads. They go crazy over those cactus pads. I can hear them hunch, hunch. All I do is scrape off the little pokey things.
I wonder if I could find those cactus pads, if my agamas would eat those, since they're a desert.
Oh, I bet you they would. It's so juicy. They seem to just love it.
Where do you get them? Like in the greens?
At the farmer's market. I guess people eat them.
Yeah. I'll ask.
I don't.
I'll ask when I go back, because they might just.
I don't. I'm one of those people. For like 40 years, it was iceberg lettuce only.
Yeah.
And it was only recently in the last 20 years that I ventured out into romaine. But when I was a manager at Wendy's and we had a salad bar, we only used kale as decoration. It was never the thought to eat it, ever.
Oh, wow.
And now everybody, you put it between the Crocs and the ice to make it all. That's all we ever use kale for.
Wow.
I don't give my tortoises kale because I'm under the impression, or spinach. I'm under the impression that they will take away more vitamins than they deposit in the animal. So I don't know if that's true or not, but I think I've heard that several times in my research, to where I just stuck in my head.
I've read that too. Oh, that's
the Turtle Man back up. Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good idea. Who asked him? Was it you, Susie, or?
Yep. He came on, and he said he was more than happy to come back on. I know he was moving or something.
Yeah, he's moved, because I've been following.
Okay, but yeah, let's.
Yeah, he's moved.
I'm sure he'll come back on.
Do you mind asking him? I don't mind if you want.
No, I don't mind. Yeah.
Awesome. That's a great idea.
He's got a great series of people doing fake turtle rescues. What is a fake turtle rescue?
Well, they doubted me. No.
What is that? Is that like finding one in the river or something and saying you?
Probably to get turtles. They act like they're a rescue. Is that what he's doing? I hadn't
But
seen that.
why would somebody want to collect turtles if they?
Resell them.
Yeah, but there's no resale value in turtles unless you're
Not,
talking like a rare diamondback or.
yeah, that's probably all they take. I don't know.
Oh.
What is it? Tell us more. Tell us
Yeah.
more. Susie, you need to try butter crunch lettuce. I've never heard of
Really,
that.
I'll give it a shot. I've seen it in the store. I don't want to waste my money, but it's not. I guess it's not a waste. If I don't like it, the animals will eat it.
Right.
Oh, they're okay, like in bits and pieces, a part of a mix, just not every day. Okay, I was like staying away from it, but I'll throw it in that mix because I love giving them a variety.
I added
And
red lettuce to what I picked up tonight
ooh,
for the Euromastics and a couple other. I just hadn't got the red before, so all right. People with
now half of my tortoises like bugs, but I only give it to them because my tortoises and turtles are in such an enclosure where the cat can't get in, but a bug could crawl right out. So I would only do that if it's like on a tong and I see that they get it and then they'd get it. That'd be too time consuming. Like I can't imagine. They're not in an enclosure where the bugs would be able to stay inside.
yeah, yeah. I've got all kinds of critters all over my house. My mother would die, and my sister would too, but they won't come because of the snakes. But I've got
Or
all
the
kinds
hissing cockroaches now.
I know Tom at TM Aquatics saw the video, and he said, "Now let me understand this. You actually brought roaches into your house on purpose?" I did.
Oh, that's funny.
They're hot gluing barnacles on their shells so they can scrape them off. So they got turtles. They're not asking for turtles, and they're doing things to them
Oh, just trying to make a video. That's ridiculous.
for clicks and stuff. That's
Yeah.
cruel. That's cruel.
Yeah. You know what else is cruel? What Big Shrimpin said. Trying to trick people by putting the word butter in a lettuce. Butter is definitely one of my comfort foods.
Oh God. Yeah. Every now and then I can get some farm made, for my sister and her kids. Every now and then.
Yeah, Dragon Lair is accurate. The redfoots are omnivores, and for the 9 months of the year when they're outside, they get tons and tons of insects. When I get like 20 or 30 like worms and stuff like that, I put them in their enclosure so they can dig down and find them, like all that. But when it's inside the house, now the worms I give them because the worms can't really get out, the red wigglers and the earthworms. But I don't do crickets or I don't do dubia roaches because their enclosure has their screen is 1 inch by 1 inch. It's really just a screen to keep the cat out. Because I'm afraid the kitten has absolutely no common sense. She's not mean at all, but is this her? Yeah.
She's a cat.
But she's a cat, man. She's a very healthy cat, and she does very good with the mice. I'm not complaining.
Hey, Paul McCarthy, welcome.
Hey, Paul.
Susie, there are reports of redfoots killing birds in the wild.
Somebody told me if I gave them pinkies, they would eat them. I'm like, ooh. Oh. That's what somebody told me. Now, my one, who's like 4 years old, she's starting to get a little size to her. The other ones are just a couple years old. They're smaller.
Oh, hey, Jenny Lynn. I was just thinking today that I needed to update you on that. I'm still struggling to get them started. Oh, wait a minute. I left my crickets in the truck, but they're covered up. They're warm. They're on a seat that's heated. Was heated. They're fine. But anyway, I keep buying and adding to it, and I'm having more and more big females. I'm finding in there the big ones, I assume, but I haven't seen any babies. But
so, how do you have it set up? What's their breeding box?
She, I ought to get her to come up if she would and tell about it. But she sent me pictures and instructions about how to do it. It's a plastic bin, and I've got the egg crate stuff in it, like 3 layers of that, and I've got water with cotton balls in it. Change that every day, and then they've got their carrots and other food, and then their store-bought food. Their Who makes that stuff? Not Flu.
You might want to throw in a little tiny Tupperware, maybe only about an inch tall, with substrate in it.
I've got that. Yep.
Yeah, because once you see those pinheads in there, you can just move the pinheads to another enclosure.
Yep. I've got two Tupperware things in there. I think they're Tupperware. I'm not sure what they are now. I've forgotten. But I have 2 in there with some substrate in it.
Yeah,
and
that's
I was
good.
wondering if maybe they were a little too tall because they're about 2 inches tall. And I was going to cut them
Not
off.
for crickets.
And,
Not for crickets.
well, she said, yeah, I'll cut them off. So I did. And I see the crickets in there. So it's not that they can't get in. So, but I haven't seen any pinheads yet. So
What do you do to help with the smell? Do you use vermiculite or something?
No, they're sitting in my kitchen on my breakfast table that I never eat at, and they've got just a lid cut out with some screen. And
Okay.
It's not bad. I mean,
well, that's good for. Maybe I didn't take care of them well, but mine stunk so bad.
every 3 or 4 days, I take a damp paper towel or 2 and wipe it out, and then dry it out. Just move things around. I don't take.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Autocorrect is killing you. I know it. Damn it. What did it do?
Du Bois roaches. Du Bois roaches.
Oh, yeah. Mine
My
reproduced Dragon Lair, you're right, because what I did with them is set them beside on my kitchen counter, but kind of over by the bread box, but by the refrigerator. And I guess the motor in there, the thing that keeps things cold, the hot air from that blows up between the refrigerator and the counter. And they stay warm. They're really warm there. Not too hot, but warm. And they produce like crazy. I've got 2 colonies of them. I got them to feed them to stuff, and then I decided I liked them too much to feed them. So maybe I'll move them away so they'll stop breeding so much.
Ah.
I hear Sophie. Sophie didn't like that about the turtles eating birds.
No, not at all. Sophie's a funny bird, man. She's a funny bird. Are birds reptiles? Did they used to be reptiles? Why do I have that in my head in my history lessons that back in the day birds were reptiles?
You know who has a real good series on that? It's a short series. Is Clint. Clint's Reptiles, and yes and no is what he says, but I've forgotten how. Maybe somebody will know in here. Yes and no.
Okay. But she's pretty cool. If you look at her claws long enough, it creeps me out because they look like really nasty.
Yeah.
Like dinosaurs evolved to be birds.
Yeah.
Sí, qué interesante.
Dinosaurs, not reptiles. That's what it is.
Well, wasn't a dinosaur a reptile?
You kids think I know everything.
I know. I would imagine a dinosaur. I don't know. What is the definition of reptile?
Birds
We should know that.
Yeah, we should have that on our Facebook page. That would be cool to have it on there.
We should know that.
You think? Well, no, I started to say they're a terrestrial species, but a lot of reptiles are live in the water or feed in it like iguanas, and so that would be wrong from the start.
Birds are raptors. Yep. Chickens like a little dinosaur. Yeah, my chickens are silkies. They're like little kittens, man. They're so adorable. So I have to do something with my rabbit. He is a very large rabbit and can just like hop over the fence like he wasn't even blinking. Just boom, boom. So, and I hate to put him inside his enclosure is like 6 foot by 3 foot. It just doesn't seem to be enough space for a rabbit. So maybe I'll have to build him like his own chicken coop or something.
There's your answer, Susie.
But I am so afraid he's going to get out. And you know what happens when rabbits get out? baby rabbits. I don't want any
Greg,
baby rabbits.
Greg and Lair says dinosaurs were not reptiles.
Okay, thank you.
I knew
I
it
knew
was some
somebody
kind
would
of,
know.
yeah. Clint knows too, but I couldn't remember him telling us in his video. Remember. That's
funny.
so long ago. Wow. Think about all that change.
In the new year, our 4-H is going to start up, with their new series again, and they have a reptile section. So I am going to join up with my granddaughter for the 4-H reptiles.
Cool. I didn't know.
I'm very excited about that. Mm-hmm.
What kinds of reptiles would they have? I mean,
I don't know, but if we're bringing some in, I'm going to either bring my Uromastyx or Beardy something, or the Blue Tongue Skink something that's like chillax, I probably start with the bearded dragon because I'm going under the guise of going to the 4-H with my granddaughter. And, she's 7, she's about to be 8 to expand her education on it. And I thought that would be good because she's got a baby bearded dragon. I take care of it. It's in my house, but she thinks it's hers.
stop. I always think of like farm animals for 4-H, pigs and
Yep.
cows.
Well, they have that too. They have the rabbits and small animals. They have horses. The horses is very big in this area, the 4-H horses. But I saw that reptiles. I'm like, oh my gosh, this would be great.
Okay, crocodiles and turtles are the only reptiles allowed back there. I wish I just knew stuff like that. You know what? Not another chicken coop, Jimmy P says.
Oh my gosh, don't start.
I felt so bad for you.
Oh my gosh. That was, I still, every time I think of it, I start laughing out loud like, you got to be kidding me. Who does that?
You were laughing, and I had that look I had on my face when Dee Dee fell off of her stool. I'm like, was she going to be okay? Or
at first, I thought it was a part of it because she says something about gas, and then she blew herself off the chair. I just thought she was being funny.
And I was telling a serious story about my Pacu and how I was worried, and I was about to let air come out, and I was going to look for the video, and she's like, "Here's how I let air off," and I'm like, she blasted off.
Oh my goodness! I love that lady. She's awesome.
She's a mess, I'll tell you.
Oh, Sandy showed cattle and horses in 4-H. That's exciting. If you don't own them, though, that would be expensive. But if you own them, that's why I thought it'd be good for the 4-H to be in the reptiles or the small animals like the rabbits. Like handling our rabbit would be very helpful right about now, where she doesn't listen to me at all. She's like an animal. She just doesn't listen to me. Zoe goes out there and says, "Look, I'm in no mood. I need you to go in the coop." And she starts behind her, and the dang rabbit goes right in the coop. And I'm out there for 15 minutes chasing her down, trying to get her in. I'm like, oh my God.
She knows how to wrangle.
Yes, she does.
You can't put a top over her enclosure?
Well, she has a big enclosure inside the chicken coop. And that's where she's in there underneath her enclosure. It's about 2 foot off the ground. The duck sleeps. And then in the little coop that's attached to the chicken run is where the chickens are. So they're all secured because this is like a metal prison. Right. So even a fox can't crawl underneath it. Right. And so I know that they're safe. But during the day, I just open the door and they've all just hung out. And now it's the second time I've seen her up on the porch. I'm like, wait a minute. What are you doing out and about?
But she can't get out of your yard fence, though.
I would imagine she could do anything. She's a big rabbit.
Wow.
So that's why I'm like, we can't let her out until I come up with something. She has to stay in the chicken coop and run, I should say, because that's 20 foot long by 4 foot deep. So it's a big space. I just feel bad because she's been so used to. Susie, the rabbit does live in the chicken coop and chicken run. She has her own. She's litter box trained. Wow. And she's got her own spot up there, and it's above the duck. So the duck can't get into her space, but obviously she can go anywhere she wants. And they pretty much leave the chickens alone, although the duck gets a little ornery.
I'd like to see a video just on that setup. Maybe you have one. Do you have one already?
No, but that's a good idea because I just insulated the 3 walls around the rabbit hutch, so there's no rain that can get in. So now she's because that's the only thing is they said is they shouldn't get wet in the winter. They're fine. She's got a winter coat on, but
Yeah, I love to read and love to watch informational stuff too, Patrick, but I can't retain it. Just like the thing about Clint. That's only been a month ago. I can't remember it.
right.
Well,
My only hitch in this whole idea is if she was going to stay in the chicken run, when I let everybody out, I would have to close their door, and they're so used to if something scares them, they'll go in their chicken coop. Well, now they would be blocked from going in, so I have to come up with another.
Why can't she go in their place?
Oh, she can,
But I mean, why would you have to close their door?
so she can't get out.
Oh, okay, I get
So
you.
that would keep her in,
Gotcha. Yeah.
unless I build another door inside the coop.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm going to do. Oh, that's what I'm going to do. Okay.
Work. That's when you can do your video.
Yeah.
I wish I could do. Dee Dee's like you. She can build anything. She builds.
She's amazing. She is my hero. She
Yeah.
has so many amazing projects that flat Christmas tree blew me away. I want to do it. It's just like 2x4s, or maybe it's 1x4s, and she just built it on the wall. But it's you could decorate it. You can hang ornaments on it, and it's only this far away from the wall. I said, and the cat can't tear it down.
I was complimenting her on it a couple of years ago, or maybe more, but a couple of years ago at least, and she said it's just flat on, and she unhooked it, and I'm like, oh well, I could probably do that, you know. But
That's what I said. But did you?
No, I didn't.
Me either.
I didn't. Always another project that doesn't get done
Yeah,
for me.
me too.
I did name my 3 new snakes.
Oh, what are they?
The Pied is Cameo. It's a boy, Cameo. And the Killer Bee, the one that has the neurological gene that makes them have the wobble, is Cosette French. And the, I can't remember what morphs they are. I'll think of it in a minute.
Okay.
Jen or Patrick will tell me. But anyway, his name is Lotus. Lotus.
Oh, I like.
Yep. And I got all those names yesterday in one day, just different things I was reading or saw, and I'm like, ooh, I better name a snake that.
That's cool. I like that. Sandy has a good question. It's a side note question. How do you do voiceovers in a video?
It should give you the option, Sandy, when you're editing, depending on what program.
So the key that I found is the, what do you call it, where voice bounces off of things, the audio, the acoustics. The acoustics. Sometimes I'll put a blanket over my microphone on my computer when I do the voiceovers, so I don't sound like I'm talking in a tin can all of a sudden, like the video's going on, and then you hear this, and then you on and on. So it kind of helps even it out.
Yeah,
but I don't know what you use to edit. I think you can do it right directly in YouTube. But if you want to do it in YouTube in the editing part of it, that's what I do. I just threw a big blanket over first, let everything settle, and then did it. And I talk softly. I didn't talk regular when I was doing my voiceover. And then it seemed to match. Otherwise, the first 20, 30 times you do a voiceover, it's just going to suck, but it still works. Does that make sense? I can't hear you. Oh, you must have dogs barking. You muted.
It's Yazzie and the one cat that torments him. And it's just a cat, sticking its tongue out and going blah, blah, blah. And he calls for it every time, 10 years. Dragon, it's the banana. The banana. I thought of it. I wanted to say it's yellow. You guys know it's a fruit. It's the banana. Yazzie, come here. Hey.
Oh, Chris, yeah, that's a good point. The reverberation cancellation will help. That's very good. Yep. I mean, it's a tough thing. It's you got to keep practicing. It's easier to practice when you have an editing software that you use, whether it's a free one or not, than YouTube, because YouTube is kind of hard playing it back, listening, playing it back, listening. But if you got your little editing software, you can play it back and try it again, do it again, do it again. But yeah, and I usually keep the background noise going when I do my voiceover. Like I don't cut it out and do voiceover so that the background, whether it's bubbles, filters, whatever. And trust me, I am no expert in voiceovers. I suck at them, but I know what didn't work. Oh yeah, editing is that's the fun part. I love editing, Sandy. I could talk to you all day long about editing and the flow of editing. Sound studios use noise canceling foam to help. Yeah, right. But a blanket seems to work in my home studio where there's no foam anywhere. Acoustic foam. That's right. Patty, thank you so much. She is so positive on my skating channel. Like, I feel like it's just absolutely ridiculous on certain days posting some of the stuff. And she's like, you go, girl. You got this. You make my day, Patty. Thank you. Am I the only one here? Am I the only one on? Am I?
I was muted. I just realized. And they had shut
Copy,
up.
cut, and paste. That's right. Copy, cut, and paste.
I had to try to soundproof our dog kennel room at the Ark. And when I started reading about how to do it, it's not about canceling all the sound. It's like redirecting the reverb and stuff like that. So it was really, really easy to do. It didn't take long. So.
Oh, that's good.
Wish I could copy the paste. The post. Yeah.
I wish I could copy the past. Wait, what?
Oh, is that what it says? Okay.
Yeah. I definitely do not want to copy the past.
No.
I'm definitely not going to paste that shit anywhere because I did a good job at messing things up. Although it got me to where I am today and I wouldn't change a thing. So.
What's that song? You must have been a beautiful baby, but baby, look at you now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at you now.
Collaboration of curiosities.
Hey, Adele.
Welcome.
Adele. Adele's the late night queen from Australia. Yeah. She's getting up, I bet.
Oh, good morning.
Usually about the time I'm going to bed at 3 or 4, she's on some stream.
Whew. I can't even imagine going to bed at 3 or 4 anymore. Like this right now, I am fighting.
Oh, I know. You get up early, though. You get up when I'm going to bed, pretty much.
Yeah, about 4:30, 5 o'clock. If I want to take care of the animals before I start school.
Yeah. Sandy Dowdy. Everybody knows the deal. Looking forward to the Australian Day stream. Yeah, what's that all about?
Oh, yeah. Tell us.
Last night they said something about that, or this morning early. What's that about? Tell us. You want to come up, Adele, and tell us? Huh? Or Grasshopper? Hi, Miss Q. Hi, Bob. Hi, Mike. I've been up since about 3 a.m.
Woo. My, oh my.
Scream while having morning coffee.
Does Multi-Tank Addiction go live on Fridays?
I don't know.
I hope we're not. Well, it doesn't matter because we're reptiles, but.
I know he just quit his Monday stream, so.
Okay.
Well, that's been a while, Adele, because I was in there. That was before I went out to get crickets and food and stuff. You've been up then.
Ooh.
How long have we been in here? 45 minutes. Okay, they can wait. I started to say I might want to run and get my crickets. It's like 40, but I think they'll be all right. They're covered up, so.
Oh, you're going to have a stream on January 26th. I got to set the date for that. That sounds fun. All the Aussies get together and do this. How many hours do you think you're going to stream for? That would be fun to watch.
So what time will it be? Or more important to the point, what time our time?
I know, right? It's probably going to be like 2 a.m. to 7 a.m.
I'll watch the first half, and Susie, you catch the last.
And then we'll fill each other in. Oh my goodness, sorry.
Oh,
This is the first time I've ever used these headphones. Do they work all right?
Sounds great to me.
I got a new little laptop so that I could print some things. My Mac is downstairs in the fish room, and it's like a super cheap laptop. Like I don't even think it's called a laptop. I think it's a book. But I couldn't hear either of you when you were talking. It was so soft, so I plugged these in, and now I can hear you, but I didn't know if it...
I have a bad habit of laying down in my chair like this, and I'm so soft-spoken anyway, unless I do make myself speak up.
Uh-oh. Sophie's flying. Hold, please.
Sophie said the killer turtles are loose. I remember when she first got Sophie, some of the videos were just awesome. Getting to know her and training her. She's a rescue parent. It's going to be about 10 cases of beer long. Okay.
All good.
I was saying, I remember when you got her, how much fun it was to watch the videos, getting to know her and training her and stuff.
Yeah, she's pretty stubborn. She's a pretty stubborn animal.
Yeah. Okay, Grasshopper said the stream's going to be about 10 cases of beer long. Okay.
Daniel Velez asked, is the rink you go to is Holiday Rink in Edgewater Park? Yeah, but it's called the Rink now. And I do go there once or twice a week. And I go to the one in Philly once or twice a week. Are you from that area? Tell me when you go with who did you say you go with? Your grandson. I take my granddaughter. That's so cool. Oh, you did it for a school trip. Oh, that would be so cool, Daniel. Did you skate?
So you go like 4 times a week, though, total?
I skate 7 days a week.
Okay,
I'm in the midst of a 365 skating challenge.
That's right.
Yeah. So, but I do go to the rink 3 or 4 times a week. John Baggett is so sweet. He gives me money to go to the rink. But it's trying to get out of his hair. But, whatever. I think it's sweet. And because it's expensive after a while. I'm just not comfortable doing street skating yet. So, and there's 3 rinks that I go to. And then my granddaughter and I skate around the house all the time.
Did you ever do the skating outside, what were the inline wheels? What was that called?
No.
Rollerblade.
I never did rollerblading. I skated probably 50 years ago.
Me too.
Before rollerblades were invented, and they were like metal roller skates. Yeah.
Me too.
And I only did that for a couple of years. And 2 years ago, I just saw people skating, and it looks so fun.
Yeah.
And it is.
I had a skateboard 60 years ago. People think they're a new thing. They're not.
No.
Been around forever.
Not at all. Look at Daniel. No skating for me. He's not interested in a hip replacement. I hear you, Daniel. I hear you. The shipping fee alone would cost more than... Oh, yeah. Yeah, I know. A year and a half ago, I broke my arm. That's why I don't like skating outside. My brother rollerbladed all the time. I can't stand on rollerblades either, I would imagine. But quad skating, once you understand balance.
Yeah.
But honestly, I'm on 120 days now of skating, and I'm just starting to really grasp balance where I can bend over and pick something up and not fall over.
Oh, I never could do that. I could skate fast and cross my feet over, and skate to the music kind of. And we went fast, but I couldn't skate backwards. I never mastered that.
I'm learning that now. I wouldn't say master it at all, but I'm learning backwards skating.
I used to be real skinny, but this tall, so I couldn't fall. I wasn't allowed to fall. I'd get in trouble. I'd break something. So. No padding back then.
It's all muscle memory. Yeah, once you get it, that's why it was so important for me to take lessons, because I wanted to learn the right way. And I didn't care how slow it was, as long as I was having proper posture and doing it the right way. That way, as I got better, I knew, very little to. If I just did it on my own, I would have had all these bad habits, and it would have been so much harder at my age to learn the right way.
I can't do that dragon lair either. I tried once when I lived in New York. I was 30 maybe then, or 32.
Wow.
Everybody wanted to go, and so I went, and I busted my butt like 4 times. So I sat down before I broke something.
Ice skating?
Yes.
Wow.
That's hard. That's hard. It was the Rockefeller Center thing or whatever that is.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So I sat and watched them. I had a lot of fun watching, but it hurts. That ice hurts too, man.
Yeah, so does cement, landing on cement. Oh, yeah. It doesn't give.
Right? Exactly. And I was still skinny then, so it hurt. It really did.
Yeah.
I got my
You need a little cushion.
Oh, Sandy got the memo. Awesome.
Oh, look at that. I got Prime Time Aquatics today. Wait.
Cool. I love that shirt. I remember when they came out with that. So cool. Yep. It reminded me of not the Jetsons, but something. I told them they wanted to know what people thought.
Oh, yeah, with the old school TV with the rabbit ears?
Yeah. It might have been Barney Rubble and Fred Flintstone. I can't remember, but I told them. They said, "Oh no," and I'm like, "No, it's cool. I love it."
They're nice people.
Mm-hmm.
So really what do you guys think about KG Tropical not going live all the time?
I've heard bits and pieces that said that he didn't want to do like an informational stream. Is what somebody was saying. They were discussing.
Well, he doesn't like that the service that he has, it's always disconnecting and it's freezing. Right. So until they get service,
is that what it
more
is?
Frustrating for him, yeah.
Okay, I hadn't heard that. I heard they were going to focus more on videos. Their videos are awesome.
Yeah. I wish their soap opera videos were, good for YouTube. Yeah. I love when they do those. Oh my gosh.
I went ice skating once and I was doing okay, but I tried to catch my falling niece and I went down so hard. 400 people stopped to look. Maniacally.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah. I still fall once in a while on the roller skates, but I focus the first 3-4 weeks on how to fall properly. So I'm not falling backwards. I'm falling down and on the side. I wear the, stuff, the safety stuff, which isn't going to stop a broken bone, but it helps.
Keep the bone from sticking out your shirt or something.
Yeah.
Too chunky for roller blading now. Break your neck. I don't know. I don't know.
Boy, did we get off of reptiles pretty quickly, didn't we?
Well, in and out, it's been like been like a magical thread. Here it would pop up, and there it would pop up. So.
Oh yeah, Bob, did you set up the GoFundMe? Because Daniel's asking.
No, I tried once again this morning, and it still does the same thing. So I'm beginning to wonder if it really is the reason they were given. Plus,
or if GoFundMe is going down.
Plus, they never emailed me back, and they were saying that would be 1 to 3 days. They never emailed me back. But we can post Mike's PayPal in here, please. I just remembered that.
Is that the one, that coffee thing that you were talking about, Mike? Buy me coffee?
No, he's got a PayPal.
Okay.
I don't know if the coffee thing goes to that, but I did.
Oh, he posted the buy me coffee at Grumpy Mike's. What does that
Um,
mean? What is buy me coffee?
does that go to
It's
your,
just a monetization app.
so it doesn't go to PayPal?
No,
Do they take something out of it?
very little.
Okay. But I was able to send him some money, so his PayPal works. He typed it in our chat after that and said what it was. It's easy. What is it, Mike?
My email is grumpymikesfish@gmail.com.
That's his PayPal.
That's cool.
Are you getting enough donations to help through those?
I paid some bills this week, so now I'm starting to get all the hospital and doctor bills. So
Oh yeah, they don't
Yeah.
waste any time. And everybody gets a portion too. You get an X-ray and the hospital charges.
Yeah.
The radiologist charges.
yeah, the insurance actually did fairly well. So
That's good. Yeah, Medicare is the best insurance you can have. But yours is not Medicare, is it?
no,
No. Mine's Medicare, Blue Cross Blue Shield supplement, and Medicare is the best insurance you can have. I don't care what people say. It's a lot
Hopefully,
better.
I got to wait another 2 years before I'm eligible.
Well, it's a lot better than the Blue Cross insurance I had, and I was an employee, you know.
Right.
So it's a lot cheaper and it's better insurance. So I'm happy. Of course, it's of no value unless something happens. So.
Exactly, which is fine. That's okay. That could
Well,
be no value.
That's not true. They gave me a $50 Walmart gift certificate for something because I went and had my free eye exam done for diabetes. So that was $50.
That is way cool.
Yeah, yeah. Some of the companies are starting to do that. Give
What
you
was the eye exam for? Like glaucoma?
diabetes because people that
Oh.
have diabetes, if they let their glucose get high, they get retinal. That's why people go blind that don't take care of themselves that have diabetes.
Oh.
But there was no damage at all. I've only been diabetic a couple of years, so that's not why I can't read. It's because I've been blind since I'm 40 from bifocals. Well, it looks like our time is quickly coming to an end. So,
We're just in time to say hi and bye to Aqua Balls.
hey, Aqua Balls, George. Now, Susie, you're off next week for a family event, correct?
Yes, if it's Christmas Eve, every year I go to a Christmas Eve
Right.
party.
Okay. And we do have a guest, and that's going to be Brandon and Tiffany Torbett, B&T's Boas.
Yep.
I've talked to him several times, and they have a really nice channel, so check them out if you
Yep.
have. And actually, I posted one of their little reels in Reptales that this is our guest next week, and he joined, so that's great.
Right. And the week after that is Blue Dog Aquatics and Reptiles, which is awesome. I interviewed him a couple years back at the Aquashella in Chicago.
Oh, that guy.
Yep. And then somebody else has interviewed him a couple of times. He's fascinating. He's a great guy to talk to.
Yep.
And he's also got dabbles, did aquatics first. So it's a win-win all around. So he's the week after that.
I told you that I messaged him about something when you said, how about this guy? And I started looking. He's got collared lizards. So I messaged him about that. And he got right back to me within 10 minutes and gave me the price and all that. So I got to wait.
He's a down-to-earth guy.
He seems very nice.
Yeah. So
Awesome.
this should be a good couple of weeks coming up. I already did the thumbnail and set up the stream for the 30th.
I saw that.
Okay.
And you did the 23rd too. You did the 23rd. The Brandon Torbett, you did that one, I'm pretty sure.
I gave you the thumbnail. I don't know if I set up the stream.
No, that's what I meant.
Okay.
I'm confused.
Okay.
As usual.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
You're right. All right. Did you hear about the huge Berlin tank breaking? I did. I saw Austin posted that.
Oh no.
Yeah. How many million gallons was that? That big, huge round tank in the air? Yes. It's awful.
That's sad.
It really is sad. I hope nobody was hurt. I didn't hear any details. All right. Anything else, Mike? Susie?
I think so.
Nope. I can't wait to have some news about the baby crested geckos next week or the week after.
Awesome. I know. I can't wait to hear. All right. Well, have a nice time off, Susie, and a nice Christmas.
Yep, you too.
And we'll see you guys next Friday, 7:30. All right. Good night. Thanks, everybody. Thanks,
Bye,
Mark.
guys.
Thank you so much.